Meeting to order. This is the May 3rd, 2023 Coralville Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Item 2 is roll call. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dokun, Friedoff,
Here.
Holderness,
Here.
Sitzman,
Here.
Aaron's,
Here.
Taylor, and Woodman are both absent.
All right, so we have a majority.
We have a quorum, correct?
Quorum. Thank you, a quorum, so we can move forward. Item 3 is approval of the agenda. Are there any corrections to the agenda as presented?
So moved.
I have a motion to approve the agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Moved by Friedoff, second by Aaron's. Can I have a roll call, please?
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. All right. Item 4 is the approval of the April 5th, 2023 minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes?
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's to approve the minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Sitzman. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried 4-0. Agenda item 5 is a request by Venture One to recommend rezoning PUD-B site plans, a preliminary plat, and final plat for lots 1 and 2 in Ridgeview addition. I will now open the public hearing. Anyone who would like to comment at the public hearing, please come forward to the mic and please write down your name and address and state who you are. All right, seeing no comments, we'll move forward to item A. Consider recommending approval to rezone Lot 1 from C2 district to the RPUD2 district.
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Friedoff. Roll call, please.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Motion passed, all ayes. Item B, consider recommending approval of the PUD-B site plan for Lot 1.
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff. Do I have a second?
Seconded.
Second by Aaron's. Roll call, please.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Consideration was approved, all ayes. Item C, consider recommending approval to rezone Lot 2 from R3 district to the RPUD2 district.
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff,
Second.
second by Sitzman. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Item D, that was approved, all ayes. Item D, consider recommending approval of the PUD-B site plan for Lot 2.
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's,
Second.
second by Friedoff. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Item was approved, all ayes. Item E, consider recommending approval of the preliminary plat.
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's,
Second.
second by Sitzman. Any comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Item was approved, all ayes. Item F, consider recommending approval of the final plat.
So moved.
Moved by Sitzman,
Seconded.
seconded by Aaron's. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Item was approved 4-0, all ayes. Thank you. We'll move on to item 6. This is a request by Build to Suit to consider rezoning Lot 3 Redhawk Subdivision, Part 2, from CPUD1 to the CPUD2 district and approval of a PUD-B site plan. We'll now open the public hearing.
John Marner with MMS Consultants representing the developer. Not a lot to add. It's for a drive-through restaurant. It is, one item of note, it's a mobile pickup only, so there's not an order board for this particular site. It's only a pickup window. We've worked with staff on addressing all of their concerns, and I'm available for any questions if you have any.
Thank you. Anyone else like to comment at the public hearing? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. Consider item A. Consider recommending approval to rezone from the CPUD1 to the CPUD2 district.
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff,
Second.
second by Sitzman. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron,
Aye.
Holderness,
Aye. Item was approved, all ayes. Item B, consider recommending approval of the PUD-B Site Plan.
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's,
Second.
second by Sitzman. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Holderness,
Aye. Thank you. Item was approved, all ayes. Moving on to item 7. This is a request by Rael Development Corporation to recommend approval of a PUD-B site plan in final plat for Gather, Iowa, First Edition. We'll now open the public hearing.
Sure. Good evening. My name is Billy Avila. I'm with Rael Development out of Dallas. We appreciate your consideration for our project. I'm here with our design team this evening to answer any questions you have relative to the plans that we've submitted for your review and consideration. We're very excited about the project. We're excited about the progress that we've made on the design side as well. We think it's a very exciting project for the area, and we can't wait to really get this thing moving forward.
Thank you. David, have we seen a lot of changes since the preliminary time we looked at it?
There hasn't been substantial changes to the site plan or the civil work on this project. There's a master plan that's on file already where we establish many of those approvals. What this does is the PUD-B site plan in an application like this is really the commission's opportunity to look at and comment on specific building design and specific landscape design. So whereas in the PUD-A site plan for the master plan, we got general planting and locations, and in the PUD-B, we get to the degree of specificity where we're getting actual plant types and those sorts of things. Same thing with the building materials. We got building footprints, now we have cladding and all of the fine details.
Thank you.
Dave, do you have anything to report for us?
No, I would just note that this contains 5 lots to be developed concurrent with each other. Omitted from this plan are properties in the southeast corner of the site that are identified for future development. Future development is shown as Phase 2 and is Lot 6 in the east 86 feet of Lot 5 on Sheet C 101. This project area is about 10 acres. Detailed uses and corresponding parking requirements were provided to the commission in your packets. I would note that the total required parking for this development is 838 stalls, and the applicant is providing 922 stalls. 73% of those are going to be provided in the parking structure. Building 1,000 will be a residential and retail wrap, so to speak, around that parking structure. And the remainder of roads and drives will be, privately owned except for 2nd Street and 1st Avenue. Or 1st Street and 2nd Avenue. Those will be public. And I provided you a summary of those uses. I won't go over each one of those in detail now, but my staff report does provide details on lots 1 through 5. That's all I have.
Mr. Chair, is it appropriate to ask questions at
Sure,
this point?
absolutely.
So Dave, I see on the plans, and specifically C101, there's some intersection improvements proposed for 2nd Street, Highway 6, and 2nd Avenue. Can you itemize or describe what those would include? I'm not sure if it's a new signal, for example, or if it's just a crosswalk. And I apologize if this has already been explained before.
No, actually, it hasn't. I don't know, Nick, you might be best to answer that.
Nick Hatz with Shive Hattery. Yeah, so the at 2nd Street and 2nd Avenue, there will be new signalization, including some restriping and pedestrian crosswalk improvements. Also at 1st Avenue will be some pedestrian improvements and signalization. So we'll be working through the construction document detailing of that with MPO, JC, and the city and DOT for the highways portion.
Okay. And can I also ask, so just anecdotally notice a lot of cut-through traffic to avoid the intersection of First and Second, and it cuts through this site currently. So I'm imagining if there was cut-through traffic happening, it would be south on Second Avenue to that four-way stop interior to the site. Have you anticipated having to deal with that kind of traffic motion? I'm not sure if four-way stop's gonna, you know.
Yeah, we reviewed that with city engineering staff and discussed some potential alternatives for different, configurations of stop control or even some sort of, physical traffic calming. But at the end of the day, what's proposed here is what city engineering kind of agreed as the best means to manage traffic through here. And then also when contrasting it against its current condition, it's essentially a similar cut through. Yeah, I remember cutting through it as a high schooler.
Gotcha. And one last question. So I'm looking at lot 4, which I believe are the townhome buildings, and it looks like they're oriented with their front doors to the west, internal to the site, and having their garages basically be exposed to the east. I'm sorry, is there a building between them and the roadway, Dave?
Yeah.
Shown that you're talking about?
Yeah, the
Danielle?
townhomes on 4.
I think it's Midwest One Bank,
Okay.
and it's their drive-through.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so also omitted from this is the Walgreens building is not included in this, and the bank.
Bank. Okay. That's all my questions, thanks.
I had a couple questions. I was trying to look through the drawings. I couldn't find it. Is there screening being provided for the salvage yard to the west?
Hi, my name is Joe Kinsel with TBG Partners in the Dallas area. We're the landscape architects on the job. And yes, we are providing screening there. There's going to be larger trees that are proposed in that southwest corner to screen from the salvage yard.
Okay.
And I do appreciate putting some American elms back in there. That's good to see, some resistant.
Dave, could you show us where the canopy media screen is?
It is on the south side of Building 2,
Okay.
right here. So there's kind of a plaza area and a media screen. That media screen actually faces inward
Okay.
on the development, not outward.
I assumed that it did, but I was
Yep.
wasn't
Yep.
sure. Okay. All right.
I don't know if we have,
Any other questions from the commission? All right. We'll move on to item A. Consider recommending approval of the PUD-B Site Plan.
So moved?
Moved by Friedhoff,
Seconded.
second by Aaron's. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Holderness,
Aye. The item passed, all ayes. Item B, consider recommending approval of the final plat.
So moved.
Aaron's, moved by Aaron's,
Second.
second by Sitzman. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Item passed, all ayes. Thank you very much.
When are we starting?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention to you that, my history is working for the city for a lot of years, and I've spent a lot of years working on this area of town, and it really is in need of upgrading and updating, and I think you guys have a great plan, and I think it does a great job of following the master plan as it was created and envisioned, and I think you guys are doing some really good work, and I'm really excited to see it move forward.
Thank you very much. As you can see, some of the renderings that we provided for you as well, we're pretty excited about it, and I think it'll be a great addition to the city.
Great.
I
Thank you.
love the greenscape going in there. There's not much down there green otherwise.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we'll move on to item 8. This is a request by Jason Dumont to recommend approval of the final plat for Forevergreen Heights Phase 1, Part 2. And we'll open the public hearing now.
Oh, we don't need to do a public hearing for the
Okay,
final plat.
all right. We won't do that then. I guess item A, consider recommending approval of the final plat.
So moved.
Moved by Aaron's,
Second?
second by Sitzman. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Item passed, 4 ayes. Item 9, request by Jason Dumont to recommend approval of the final plat for Forevergreen Heights Phase 1, Part 3. Consider recommending approval of the final plat.
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff,
Seconded.
second by Aaron's. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Friedoff,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Holderness.
Aye. Item passed, 4 ayes. Item 10, do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Friedoff,
Seconded.
second by Aaron's. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned.